to not buy Dangote fuel unless it was cheaper than that of the international market. This is contrary to claims by the president of the Dangote Group, Aliko Dangote, that the refinery was waiting for the NNPCL to roll out its product. Well,
when is this going to end?
I don't know.
This tussle and the blame sharing and blame game.
The blame game, yeah. When Dangote came on board, you know, we thought relief had come. Now see what has happened.
See what is happening. Different stories every day.
I tell you.
Okay, now to the next one. In a groundbreaking move, the federal government has granted UTM FLNG Limited a license to construct Nigeria's pioneering floating liquefied natural gas facility, marking a significant leap in the country's energy sector. And recall that President Tinubu, during an audience with the management of the company and its foreign partners at the State House, Abuja, pledged to remove all impediments to the timely completion of the facility. Okay, that's good news there.
That's good news. I mean, that's something positive away from the petrol crisis we're facing. You know. Okay, from there to this one, no fewer than 61 foreign nationals were deported by the Nigerian Immigration Service from the country in August 2024. This is as the new visa policy facilitated a total of 8,352 visas on arrival for travelers in the month under review. In a report, the reason for deporting the foreign nationals was to address the issue of irregular migration in the country. This is, however, not the first time the immigration will be deporting foreign nationals from the country between 2020 and 2022. No fewer than 70 foreign nationals were deported from the country. Okay.
Is that good news or bad news? Because I'm trying to understand.
Good and bad.
Is it good and bad?
No. You see, you can't enter some countries without, you know, doing what is right. Yeah. And so Nigeria should not be a dumping ground or a dump ground where you feel you could just enter anyhow without fulfilling all necessary obligations.
It's shocking to me, really, that the Nigerians can actually do that. The Nigerian immigration can actually do that. Anyways, let's move on, and this one is a very sad one. A tanker explosion in the Again local government area of Niger State has resulted in the death of 48 people and the burning of over 50 cattle. The explosion took place along the Lapai-Agay road, approximately 2 kilometers from the community. Those confirmed dead in the petrol tanker explosion were given a mass burial in the local government area. It was alleged that the incident occurred when a petrol tanker loaded with PMS collided with a trailer truck loaded with travelers and cattle in Kano State heading to Lagos. And then that is coming from Kano State heading to Lagos. 2 other vehicles, a crane truck and a pickup van traveling on the road, were also caught when the PMS-loaded tanker exploded. This is really saddening. And enough of the excuse of brake failure. So, these truck drivers most times drive recklessly. I mean, when you're driving, you see them on the road.
Yeah.
Their reckless way of driving, ignoring every traffic laws, violating these laws.
I don't know. Maybe this is this is happening in other states of the federation. I read about or I've known about the law that which stipulates that trucks should only move in the dead of the night, maybe between midnight and 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. You know, so if there's going to be any accident at all, there won't be.
It will be minimal.
It will be minimal. There won't be collateral damage. But what we see is this: that these trucks move in the daylight. You know, in the mornings, in the afternoons, and early in the evenings. There was a case in Abeokuta in the last, I think, 3 or 4 weeks now. Where we saw a truck that killed people at Enugada in Abeokuta. I think that was around 9 p.m., you know, or 8 p.m., you know. So if the truck had actually moved in the dead of the night, if there was going to be brake failure, it was possible that it would just ram, into a structure, or somewhere, not killing people on a bike. And a woman's body was completely, severed from her body. So I think it's still in the hands of government to make the policy and
implement this policy.
Implement the policy.
It's not just about thinking.
It's sad. In this situation, we lost 48 lives. 98 lives. 48 human beings, 50 cows.
50 cows.
Yeah.
50 cattle.
The cow, they also have their own life.
They do.
Okay, finally from me, the Federal Ministry of Education has clarified that the ministry has not stopped students who are not up to 18 years from writing the West Africa Senior School Certificate Examination and National Examination Council exams. The Minister of State for Education, Dr. Yusuf Sununu, made the clarification in Abuja while fielding questions from journalists at an event to mark the 2024 International Literacy Day. Sununu said the public misconception and misinterpretation of what was said by the Minister of Education, Professor Tahir Mamman, was highly disappointing. So, FG rescinds decision on age limit. They also come out to say that students that are exceptionally brilliant will be allowed to write WAEC below the age of 18.
18.
Yeah. So
really, what does that mean?
I mean, how they are going to actually ensure that it remains a puzzle for me too. But I thought that this is one policy that should have been taken care of from the beginning.
From the educational operation model,
from your
334 should be adjusted so that by the time they are done with senior secondary school, they will be 18 years
and
old.
then you also enter primary school at the age of 6.
Yes.
6.
So if that is mandatory, you don't necessarily have to come out to say that you cannot write WAEC at the age if you are younger than 18.
Exactly.
Now, operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency have intercepted consignment of cocaine and pharmaceutical opioids concealed in ladies' sanitary pads and hair treatment cream containers heading to the United Kingdom, Ireland, and Cyprus at the 3 courier companies in Lagos. In a statement by the agency spokesperson, Femi Babafemi, as it at that one of the companies, not less than 30 parcels of cocaine weighing 1.1 kilograms concealed in hair cream containers were recovered by NDLEA officers during the examination of cargoes going through Ireland on September 3, 2024. In the same vein, a total of 525 kilos of tramadol and ecstasy, NDMA, concealed in ladies' sanitary pads going to Cyprus were seized at another courier firm in Lagos by NDLEA operatives on September 3rd. You see, you just hear of the creative way in which these people conceal these hard drugs, and it marvels me that if they can just put half of this energy, half of this creativity into doing something productive, imagine how our economy would look like now.
Well, maybe the sanctions are not strong enough.
You think so?
Maybe.
Maybe some of them actually go through the immigration without being caught. Maybe some of them actually go through with it, get paid, and then that is why they are being encouraged. The ones that are still doing it are being encouraged.
Oh, well, maybe some. I agree with you. Some people, they escape, circumvent the system, the checkpoints, and they're able to take these things outside the country. That encourages.
I also agree with you. Maybe the sanction isn't strong enough.
Maybe.
If it is, and they know that they'll be facing a very, very hard sentence when they get to court, most of them will rescind.
Well, let's move on. This is Nigeria for you. You can never say never.
That's right.
In this country. Okay, now let's move on to the next item, which is Pep Talk, and it's Dr. Shogo this morning on 3 strategies of winning this week. We'll be right back shortly. Stay with us.
name is Dr. Shogo. I am salt, light, and honey. Yesterday is gone, but you can use today to create a better tomorrow. To become successful at something new, you must grow into someone new. Yeah, hello everyone. Welcome to another disruptive edition of... Thank you for the amazing feedback on social media. I always love hearing from you. Here are 3 strategies to win this week. Don't spend so much time and money consuming when you could be producing. Let me tell you this. Part of making the contribution you were born to make is transitioning from being a consumer, that is, someone who eats up what other produces, to being a producer, someone which people get something they need. Ladies and gentlemen, please go from consumption to production. You must make a conscious effort, because many societal forces want to keep you stuck in consumerism. There's no way you can make impact when you're a consumer. There's no way you can be relevant when you're a consumer. Procrastination robs you of the great goals you could have otherwise achieved. Procrastination robs you of the great goals you could otherwise achieve. Let me tell you something. You need to know the goals you want to achieve. And most often, you need to know what you have to do. But why aren't you doing it? Why are you allowing procrastination to rob you of your goals? Ladies and gentlemen, don't let procrastination deceive you. The only way you're going to reach your goal is by taking action. Not just taking action, but taking massive action. I tell people that procrastination has eaten a lot of destinies. Procrastination has killed a lot of people, more than COVID, more than malaria, more than HIV. Stop procrastinating. One way to stop procrastination that I recommend for people is what I call 1-minute rule. If a task, if an activity will take you less than 1 minute to achieve, don't postpone it, don't procrastinate it, do it immediately. I call it 1-minute rule. Your past mistakes and present place don't have to limit your future state. Excuse me, we all make mistakes which often delay our progress, but that doesn't mean you can't finish strong. You learn from mistakes, you improve, and you push through to reach your goals. You don't have to be paralyzed by your past and defeated by your present. Guys, yesterday is gone, but you can use today to create a better tomorrow. Please wake up. Endeavor to share.
All right, thank you so much, Dr. Shogo, on today's Pep Talk. Quickly, we look at the papers. We have 3 dailies on our desk this morning. We have The Punch, there is The Nation, and Nigerian Tribune. Marketers plan petrol import as NNPCL Dangote's talks drag. That's The Punch for you this morning. Marketers plan petrol import as NNPCL Dangote's talks drag. Okay, above the masthead of the paper, strike, ASU government panel to meet on Wednesday. Group sees front page of the paper, 48 passengers, 50 cows killed in Niger tanker fire. Oh, sorry, Niger tanker fire, I beg your pardon. Over 1,000 soldiers resigned from army.
But to 10% we consume Nigerians, and this is coming from Article, says taxes destroying businesses, aggravating poverty. Fayoshe absent as Ekiti PDP Caretaker Committee meets stakeholders. And also we have Oshun ready for transition to agro-industrial state. And this is coming from Adeleke. NAFDAC begins probe of miracle water, miracle soap. This is going to be interesting. NDLEA intercept UK Europe-bound cocaine, opioids in female sanitary pads, hair cream. And also we have Labour meet today. Mis-sanctioned members who attended, no, LP, I beg your pardon, Labour Party, I beg your pardon. Mis-sanctioned members who attended Abia Convention. APC NEG and DJ intensifies lobby of governors of the blocks. Why North Central is divided, and 48 killed, 50 cows burnt as petrol tanker explodes in Niger, and that is the picture you can see there on the Nigerian Tribune. 1 killed, 17 injured in Lagos multi-vehicle accident, and that's it on the Nigerian Tribune.
All right, quickly from Nigerian Tribune, we'll look at The Nation, and that's the last paper for review this morning. Investors take FGN $500 million bond to over subscription. That's the lead letter of the paper this morning. Nigerian Chinese firms sign $1 billion iron ore to steel project parked. Resident doctors to lose 7 days pay to strike. 342 billion naira recovered from Nisal MFM debtors. Wiki Chinese firms sign MOUs to boost power, water in FCT. How to deepen CNG penetration by operators. What APC will discuss at NEC meeting. That's coming from the party. All of this you can find on the front page of The Nation this morning.
Okay, and that's it on the newspaper review for this morning. Quickly, we're going to Nigerian Speak. And what topic would we be?
Yeah, interestingly this morning, it has to do with something that we discussed earlier on, and that's drug addiction, hard drugs among Nigerian youth. Yeah.
Okay.
And that's really becoming very fashionable these days.
Yes, and unfortunately, it's not necessarily hard drugs. You know, you see them mix different concussions. And I don't want to use the word chemicals, but permit me to use it. Different concussions, and you're amazed how they're able to arrive at those mixtures. You know, right now, do not take drinks, open drinks from anybody. It's not safe to do that because you can't tell. You might think that the person is holding on to a soda bottle, but there are lots of mixtures contained in the soda bottle.
Are they being sold?
Unfortunately. No, it's not being sold. The person would buy the soda and then pour in lots of different mixtures and concussions in it. So you think the person is taking the soda, not knowing that it's not necessarily that.
Well, if it's that bad.
It is that bad. It is terrible. It is terrible. You would think that the person is at broad daylight, at work, anywhere you sit them on the road, you think the person is just holding on to a bottle of soda, but it's a different thing.
But not here in OGTV.
Okay.
Not here in OGTV. Okay, so let's go to the streets and listen to Nigerians as they speak on youths and hard drugs. Don't go anywhere. Okay, before we go to Nigerian Speak, we apologize because we don't want to...
I think we have somebody on the line already.
Yeah, there's somebody on the line. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, ma.
Oh, that's Elder.
How are you doing?
Elder is a regular caller on this program, so we want to give you the opportunity of talking this morning.
Good morning, ma. Are you hearing me well?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you. Good morning, Elder.
Good morning, sir. Thank you very much, sir. I'm very grateful.
Yes.
I want to contribute to the petrol issue.
Okay.
Yes, please. What I want to say is that it is not the leadership. but those in the ministry, please always correct my name. I'm not Davis. I'm David.
Okay, we apologize. Elder David, not Davis. Elder David, we'll correct that quickly. Elder David.
That's my name.
We apologize.
Thank you very much. Please always correct it. I'm not Davis.
Okay.
So
it's been corrected.
The petroleum issue is not the issue of the government, but there are some saboteur in government, which the present government should actually get with, especially in the petroleum, that is NNPC, not even the minister. The staff there, the permanent secretary of should be redeployed. This is a problem we are having. This government is trying to do its best, and when they are doing one thing good, then somebody is sabotaging the other way. Look at the electricity. You have regular lights in your place now. When this government came in, it was 4,000 megawatts, but it's now 5,000 something megawatts. And maybe by the end of this year, it may result to almost 6,000 plus, which is the most important. Then the best one, the one that is actually causing problems to is petroleum matter. For the past 40 years, we have got a refinery that is working. They are wanted to mess up Dangote and telling like against him that import toxic this thing. That's from the NNPC. They are the one actually importing it. Those who have been there for the past 5 years should be replaced.
Elder David.
No problem.
Elder David.
The government appointee.
Elder David.
Who are make money.
It's also something we don't want to have a conversation this morning.
Actually.
Elder David, can you hear me?
What was that article? I think who's not supposed to talk.
Okay.
And the issue of protest will not come in now.
Okay.
We are the ones suffering. And now I'm not very happy that Atiku and Duke solve this problem. Let me go and settle the problem with his own party member.
Okay. David, let's have a conversation here, really. Let's have a conversation.
We tell people too. They are in the street because God is intervening.
Okay,
thank you very much. I think we have to go. We really have to go. Thank you so much, Elder David.
Every one of you is asking for this government.
Thank you for your phone call.
To 2031. I remain so it shall be with us in Jesus.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Elder David.
Thank you.
Yeah, you wanted to ask.
I actually want to have a conversation with him because he said a whole lot of things about the hike in price and all that. And then he was talking about private sectors and some people working with the government, you know, doing all these things. I just wanted to ask him that can they really change the price with that the price of premium motor spray that generally known as the full petrol? Can they really change the price? Increase, not just change, increase the price by almost 300% without the consent and the approval of the government.
The FG has come out to say that they had no hand in the increase.
Okay.
They've come out. Whether that is right, whether that is true or false, you know, that's what they have said. They've come out to talk, and I think it's an ongoing process. We just have to
see. I was willing to really have this conversation with him. I know they came out to say that, and now the vice president is meeting with them.
Or met with them.
Or met with them, rather. And then we are hopeful for the president to come back into the country to also meet with them. So you're saying these things are going on behind the back of the government?
Oh, well.
I was really hoping that it will be open-minded to have this conversation.
I think we're going to have, this week is likely to be likely to be very defining, you know, in this whole matter.
Are you sure?
I am hopeful.
Okay.
I hope, I'm just hopeful that when Mr. President returns, I don't know whether he's returning this week or not, but when he returns as the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, I think he has the influence and the capacity to actually turn things around quickly with because I don't think there's much the VP could do, you know, in his capacity as VP. Of course, he's been holding forth for him.
He's holding forth for him.
But at the same time, you know, let's just wait and see. What we just have to say to Nigerians is to just keep bearing these, you know, until it lasts.
Okay, so we should keep bearing the unbearable.
Well, what do we do? You know, what do we do? What do we do? You know, if you can't drive out, jump on Okada.
Okada that is now almost 500% increase.
Well, But if you're driving from home to if you're driving from home to office, if you have a
do you know how much do you think that I can get taxi from Yanamochari to OGTV?
How much?
It's almost 500 naira.
What's the volume of fuel?
And I don't stay at Yanamochari. I'll be coming from my side. I'll have to get a vehicle from my house to Yanamochari. So calculate it.
If you have to drive
to and fro,
if you have to drive,
I'll be spending about 2,000 naira in a day.
If you have to drive from home to,
you don't want to have this. You don't want to have this.
Good morning, Shagun. Good morning, sir. Quickly, your point.
Okay, my topic is very my contribution is that I want to look towards the direction of presidency. I'm just for just now. Is that if we look at this as it is now, I just think that the very fact that this power to control any concept of this political practice of the energy.
I can barely hear you, Shagun. Shagun, is it possible for you to end the call and call back? We can barely hear you.
Can you hear me?
Okay, it's clearer now.
It's clearer, a bit.
A bit.
You are hearing me now, Abi?
Yes.
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 Yes. What I'm saying is that I want to be on the part of David that just come just now.
Oh, okay.
Concerning the issue of increase in price, the price of fuel. If we look at it from the beginning of this president, this administration, people told us that there's nothing like fuel subsidies. And since then we'll be having this problem. So if anybody should not come out and tell me now that the president will have power or authority over those people in terms of this fuel that leading to increase the prices, I don't think the president has so much. But as for me, I still believe that there is no sense of being in Nigeria.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Shagun. Well, all we say on this matter are just our opinions. You know, the action is where the action is, Lara. You know, and back to your matter. You know, I don't think if you're going to drive from home to office, you're going to consume. You're saying that driving it should be luxury. Like the fact that I work and I earn a salary, I do not deserve the necessity or the comfort. The comfort to own a car that is within my range and drive it. Is that what you're saying? I'm not saying it's a luxury.
Okay, what are you saying?
It has become a luxury. It is not a luxury, but it has become a luxury. Let's go. Let's go to the next segment of the program. Okay, so we launched Nigerians Speak the other time, but we have to actually come back to take some calls because we had callers waiting for us. So let's go back to the streets now, and we'll be back after this time out.